Welcome to Startup Hack. So OpenAI, the golden child of AI, has been caught red-handed cheating on its benchmarks. That's right, they're cheating, and it's just a small slip-up, but it's a major red flag about the state of AI today. OpenAI is mad money grab, trying to get cash before AI bubble bursts. Let's break all this down today and what it means for the future of AI software and software development as a whole. Let's dive into it today. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at Startup Hack, we train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps and build custom software solutions for companies. With a decade of executive leadership as a fractional CTO and 25 years in software development, I've mastered transforming tech teams and products. OpenAI has been caught cheating, and the world is keeping an eye on this, right? Let's dive into some key points here, because OpenAI's O3 model was caught cheating to get better benchmark score. Now, this doesn't just look bad. It's a sign that even the best AI models are struggling to perform without shortcuts, right? Even DeepSeek, which has shaken the whole AI world over the last week and a half, has been found that it was kind of cheating off of OpenAI's test, right? It was looking over, stealing a bunch of the data to make the training even easier. But then it open sourced it, which has also leveled the playing field. So it's interesting to see how much of cheating is going on right now. And really, there's an interesting take coming on here, right? Because Sam Altman says, oh, we made a mistake in not being more transparent, right? But secretly, they access benchmark data, and this is how they were able to get some supposedly high scores after Altman touted it as very good. So OpenAI's O3 AI model is reportedly trained using a sophisticated benchmarks problems and solutions, potentially explaining its exemplary performance. So basically, they took the test, they got the answers, and then they trained the model on the answers so that, of course, it was going to pass the test because it knew all the answers, right? And so as they have started to unveil this, a lot of people are talking about how impressive this is. But again, you can't really trust the benchmarks because we already, and Sam Altman has even admitted, oh, well, we weren't as transparent as we should have been. I kind of don't buy that. And this is part of the reason I don't really love some of these benchmarks, right? Because Frontier Math, the recent cutting edge math benchmark, is funded by OpenAI. Okay. So do you think they're going to perform well? I'll leave that to you, right? OpenAI allegedly has access to the problems and the solutions. This is disappointing because Benchmark was sold to the public as a means to evaluate the frontier models with support from renowned mathematicians. In reality, Epoch AI is building data sets for OpenAI. They never disclosed any ties with OpenAI before. So this is kind of lame because it's like everybody got really excited that they did all this frontier math, and lo and behold, it looks like they were pretty much cheating to get the answers to the test anyways. So this is partly why, right? Is because OpenAI could go bankrupt in 12 months if it doesn't raise some more serious cash. And Microsoft has kind of even stepped away and started to distance a little bit. But OpenAI is hemorrhaging money as model training and staff costs continue to go up. Now, they took a little breath and they all got scared and they rushed out their O3 model because DeepSeek has got everybody shaken up right now. But the reality of the matter is they're still actually in just as rough of a shape as they were a week ago. And so DeepSeek has really shaken these guys, even though they're pretending that it doesn't bother them. There's been kind of some waves run. Now, I found this report really interesting too, because knowing less about AI makes people more open to having it in their lives, right? So this research here says our new research published in the Journal of Marketing say that people with less knowledge about AI are actually more open to use the technology. So we call this difference in adoption prosperity the lower literacy, higher receptivity link, right? So they went through and they did their survey of U.S. undergraduate students find that those with less understanding of AI are more likely to indicate using it for tasks like academic assignments, right? So it doesn't actually possess any human qualities. And this is, I find really interesting too, right? For the AI sentiment. Let's see here. Which one of these? So there's one of these. Here we are. So AI accuracy tools. Similar to last year, developers remain split on whether they trust AI output. Now, I find this really interesting because only 2.7% of developers highly trust AI. And these are the guys who are getting paid big salaries to promote AI, right? 40% say they somewhat trust. So this means, hey, if you want to run something by it, yeah, you might kind of trust it as a second opinion, or, oh, I need some boilerplate code. Sure, let's have it do that. Then you've got a whopping of either neither trust nor distrust, or somewhat distrust, highly distrust. Over 50% really don't trust it at all to even build a like boilerplate code form is what this is saying here, right? And so I just find these really interesting as we are moving into a world that is AI, that has AI, right? We see OpenAI cheating. We see them working against DeepSeek. We find out that DeepSeek cheated to steal some of the training data, right? It's just going really crazy, right? There's a so-called first AI software engineer, and everybody's touting this, and it currently costs over $500. And I don't even want to use their name because I don't really want to even promote it for them, because this first AI software engineer scored a 15% by independent reviews. Now, independent reviews, again, as we saw with OpenAI, you can't trust the benchmarks coming from their own company because they're not good, right? Like, as software developers, we have to score in the 99%. Like, if I have a system that's only going to be up, 95% of the time, that wouldn't be acceptable. So when I'm building software, it's got to be close to 99% uptime, or else it's not going to work, right? And so these AI coding agents are actually scoring in the 15% range. So I find this really interesting, right? Because I know a lot of these reasoning models are starting to get better, and they can produce some really impressive reports. They can take a ton amount of data, compress them down, and make it do it. But to actually say, hey, look, I need you to go create something, that's where where AI is always going to fail, right? It's never going to come anywhere close to a million or close to a software developer. Now, I liked this other report that I was reading today that was talking about, and so this was from PC Magazine, right? Will China's DeepSeek bring an end to the AI grift? Can we finally admit the biggest value AI has provided so far has been to shareholders? Now, I'm one who says, look, I love to use AI for certain tools. I use it for generating images. I'll run scripts through it. Like, I'll do different things with it. And I use AI a ton. I even use a lot of the coding agents, right? They're very handy for building boilerplate code, for checking if I've got an algorithm I can't quite figure out, or if I want to just, break some ideas, right? I do use AI for a lot of different things, right? And DeepSeek has definitely caused a shakeup this week. And the empty promises of crypto, NFT, and the metaverse are not far behind, right? Silicon has turned valuation into the only product on which reliably delivers. Despite their best effort of AI hucksters, the technology itself has not lived up to the hype. I'm also one of these that has agreed with this. Is it a neat tool? Yes. Can we do a lot with it? We're absolutely gonna. It's not gonna go away. We've got to learn how to use it responsibly. But ultimately, AI does not gain any domain expertise, right? AI can't replicate years of experience, of domain experience that developers bring to the table. We can train AI on gigabytes of data, but it won't understand the nuances of your industry and your experience. As developers, we solve problems that require deep understanding and contextual logic between multiple systems, right? And that's something AI cannot do. AI cannot, it can generate some boilerplate code. It might even be able to help you detect something in an algorithm. And it may even be able to say, translate this to this, this algorithm over here to this language. And it can do those kind of things quickly. But don't confuse data with wisdom here, right? They're not the same thing. AI is a tool. It's not a replacement for humans. Now, AI also has no judgment factor, right? It can generate outputs, but it can't make a judgment call. So if you asked AI to, make a choice between A and B, and they both could be right, AI is not going to be able to do it, or it's literally just flipping a coin. So we don't want to outsource our judgment to algorithms. They're not ready for that level of responsibility. Now, AI can remix patterns. And as developers, we know that innovation requires creativity, something that AI totally lacks. So let's not confuse imitation with innovation. They're not the same thing. So the rise of AI developers means that we as developers need to keep learning. AI is a tool, and it will continue to push us. But as developers, we need to stay ahead of the curve by mastering this new technology, right? And we need to make sure that we're being transparent with what's going in and what comes out of these AI models.
Reward. Now, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? What are your thoughts on Founders Mode? Everybody has an opinion here, so I'd love to hear yours. Send me a comment down below, and make sure you like and subscribe. Here at Starter Pack, we love to train software developers in our licensed coding boot camps, as well as to build custom software solutions for companies. So like and subscribe and check us out, and we'll talk to you next time.